Did you leave football with money
No,
to
I didn't
invest
even make
in?
it to that point. No,
Really?
I was trying to figure it out. Only thing that I knew was my family history of figure it out. You know what I mean? I had this saying, wake up every day until your feet hurt the slab.
Yeah.
Knowing it ain't gonna ever hurt the slab.
Yeah.
I got my heart rate up, now I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
As we go through this next thing, we're gonna go through knee to elbows.
Let me get my money first.
No, yeah. No, you know what? No, I wanna show you what it is.
I know what it is.
No.
We did this.
Bicycles? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. So
you hang and you boom, boom.
Yeah. Let's see where it's at. What's something that you feel like you had to unlearn at this point in your life? What's something been difficult for you to unlearn bad behavior?
I had to be patient. I had to learn
That's
to.
all you got?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's why I saw you. And you keep up. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Yeah, no, I'm go ahead. I'm running.
All right, bet. So blind faith. Did you have to have blind faith?
It's all blind faith. It's all the faith that you believe something's gonna work out.
Right.
But the question was for you though.
All right, so what's the
You
question?
forgot the question. Thing that you had to unlearn.
The
biggest thing that you had to unlearn in order, you said patience and you had more to give, then you stopped.
So this is something new. I had to unlearn working out of survival.
Oh, what does that mean?
Recently. So coming from the hood, we was in survival mode.
Yeah.
So I always hustled like I was trying to get out of the hood. I'm trying to get out of my current situation.
Yeah.
I'm not there no more.
Yeah, haven't
so
been
like
for a while.
Yeah, making sure that I get the proper rest, making sure I eat right. It ain't like beat yourself down to like, work sufficiently, but don't beat yourself down.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually really, really great.
And also unlearning, sorry to cut your wisdom.
No.
Also unlearning, everybody can't go with you.
Yeah.
Before I used to try to take everybody with me.
Yeah.
Yo, this is my responsibility. I want to take everybody with me. But everybody not made and built to go with you.
But that's a part of what you just talked about your dad.
Yeah.
And it's also something that we had to learn, right?
Right.
Because your dad was about community. So when you built something, you was like, come on.
Yeah.
Because you saw your dad do it. Right. There's no detriment to it. It's just learning. What's going to be good for you in your new chapter and understanding everybody doesn't align. And I think that's beautiful because there is a condition in our community and our culture that we get so tied to that feel like we're constantly in the old place, right? That's that whole started from the bottom thing.
Yeah.
And no new friends. And I believe in life, we probably need some new friends, right? You got to vet them and we want to keep the right people around us.
Right.
But come on, let's work. Let's see something different though.
What you want?
Yeah. We got to have people around us that also inspire us. If we just keep the same group and they ain't inspiring us, what are we doing? Because I want the guys in New York to understand that we can really get active on some pull-ups. Like just, don't got to go too crazy.
Okay. Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? You got to give me something. 5 of them. Some pull-ups, New York style. You don't got to clap. I impressed myself with those, to be honest. There you go, Ferg. Nice. What is it like coming up, just talking about what that family meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, with the mob, being able to grow with Rocky and just watch him bring things into fruition and materialize what ideas he had in his mind. And being the same age, that was super motivating, you know what I'm saying? And being a passenger side to be able to watch and learn and be able to do my own thing and branch off and become my own brand. Watching my dad, watching, my family, my grandmother, my mom, everybody, like we speak about tribe. Yeah, they led by a great example, so I was able to take from that and build my own brand.
We touched on collaboration, but tell me a little bit about what that collaboration looked like in other ones, right? Because you got a long list of collaborations and passion. Right. People don't really understand. Like I know about G-Shock, Uggs, like all these things that you've been able to do. But Tiffany in particular, if you could start off kind of what that was like being the first rapper to ever be the face of Tiffany.
That was one of the first manifestations besides music that I brought into fruition, because I remember my mother when I did this show at the Tiffany store when we launched the campaign and everything like that. I performed on top of the clock inside the flagship store on Fifth Avenue, and my mother sent me a text on MySpace, and it came from like 06 or something like that, and I was like preparing for my Ferg Tiffany collab. And at that time, I had these rare Tiffany belt buckles that I used. I used to make these belts, and I put the belt buckles on the belts that I was making. And she said, this is a full circle moment. Look how you materialize this.
Wow.
So that's when I understood the power of the mind and the power of manifestation and just working towards like what you want. Yeah, like one day I just got a call from Tiffany's with my management, and they was like, yo, would you want to do this? And I'm like, hell yeah. And it was so funny because they said it was out of me, Frank Ocean, and Chance the Rapper. And I'm like, Tiffany's is so New York. Yeah. And I'm like, I gotta get this. And I remember like at the time, my girl, she had a breakfast at Tiffany's. She was hosting like a brunch type thing. And that was like my day to pitch myself to Reed, who was the creative director at the time. So I went to go sit down with Reed, and I remember bringing like a whole bag of jewelry in a Louis Vuitton small bag. Yeah. And I remember dumping all my jewelry on the Tiffany plate. And I was like, I designed all of this. And then he already knew me from a relationship that me and Tommy Hilfiger had. Cause I was like bringing Tommy back like earlier in my videos. So he was like, yeah, I used to work for Tommy. And then he FaceTimed Tommy. Tommy's like, hey, Ferg. Once Tommy said, hey, Ferg, I knew I had to deal off rip.
It was over.
Off the rip. And we just hit it off, and it was a dope partnership.